Good morning, and thank you for joining us for the American Tennis Association National Championships. More than 500 players have made the trip to Orlando to compete at the USTA National Campus. For a tennis player, it's a thrill ride unlike any other, competing at the home of American tennis in Orlando, Florida. Welcome to our live streaming coverage of the ATA National Championships. I'm Brian Ormiston. Jordan Beatty is joining me. Tournament play is being held in multiple age brackets this week, from 10 years old to 75 years of age. Jordan, if you're a tennis player who thrives on competition, you're a kid in a candy store this week.
Definitely, Brian. A little fun facts about the American Tennis Association. It was actually born on Thanksgiving Day in 1916 when representatives from more than a dozen African American tennis clubs met in Washington, D.C. At that time, the U.S. Lawn Tennis Association had formally banned African American players from its competition. But by August 1917, the organization held its first ATA National Championships, consisting of 3 events, men and women's singles and men doubles, at Baltimore Druid Hill Park. That was one of the first large public parks in America, and that is where the 100th anniversary of the ATA Nationals were held last year. The ATA Nationals soon became one of the most anticipated social events of the year in the African American community. Formal dances, fashion shows, and other activities were planned during the week of play.
It has been a fantastic weekend already. It started on Saturday, and we've seen so much activity and excitement and energy around the campus. So let's take you for a quick spin around the campus and see what's going on, because as you can see on our court here, this is court 2, and there's action going on in court 3 and all sorts of other courts, and we might be able to share with you some of those other courts around the campus because a lot of other divisions have played or starting play here at the campus. And here's a junior event going on right now here on court 10, the hard court. There's 100 courts here at the national campus, so plenty of players are here this week to celebrate the 101st edition of the ATA National Championships. We'll actually have the finals of the juniors later for you this week. And here's another division going on here at the ATAs. Here's court 5, just a few feet away from court 2. So here we are, court 2, and it looks like we're just getting underway here as we have Asia Hayes versus Isabel Porter. This is the Women's Open Division Finals. Women's Open Division Finals. This is Asia Hayes and Isabel Porter, and Asia is serving here.
Great, yeah. Asia Hayes is 19 years old, out of San Pablo, California. She was born December 13th, 1998. And her road to this final, she beat the top-seeded Jennifer Myers of Winter Haven, Florida, in the semifinals, 6-3, 6-4. So that is a great win for her to be here in the ATA finals. And about Asia, she is a senior at St. Joseph Notre Dame High School, where she won the North Coast Section Division II Women's Doubles Championships in a 3-set match in 2016 with her sister, actually. So that is an awesome story. And a little bit about Isabel Porter. She's a local from Jupiter, Florida, which is about 2.5 hours south of Orlando, and she just finished her freshman year playing at Division II Stonehill College in Massachusetts. She was ranked the number 15 in the Oracle ITA East Region singles rankings. That was Stonehill's first individually ranked student athlete since the 2013-2014 season. She finished her first collegiate season with a 16-5 record in overall singles, winning all 8 of her matches in regular season play. She was 8-6 in doubles, so fantastic season she had as a freshman, and wonderful to see her out here in Florida for this ATA Championships.
Some great credentials for these two athletes right now. 40-15. A great ball by Hayes. It's a nice little cross-court winner for her. She takes the first game, so already underway here at the national campus in Orlando. This is the Women's Open Finals, and Hayes takes that first game 1-0 here early on at the campus. So thanks so much for joining us here on the live stream that we provide to you for this event. And as we said, the national campus is in its second year run. It's the first time that the ATAs have been held here at the national campus. So we are honored to have everybody here about 500 players or so at the national campus in all sorts of divisions. It's just been a thrill to watch. I'm pretty excited about watching some of the doubles as we get going on those divisions as well. Men's, women's, mixed doubles, all sorts of activity going on the campus this week. So we're about to see Isabel serve for the first time.
You know, it's great, Brian. The early ATAs were usually held at historically black colleges and universities due to racial discrimination, especially in the South. And, you know, some of those HBCUs included Hampton University, Morehouse College, Central State, and Lincoln University. So, you know, over time, as the barriers were broken with the U.S. Lawn and Tennis Association, they were able to play at other places that didn't necessarily include an HBCU's campus. So just fantastic to see how far it's come. And here we are in Orlando at the national campus, one of the biggest facilities, if not actually the biggest in the U.S. to host this incredible event is absolutely amazing.
Beautiful background there as we get the first point there for Porter. 15-love. And you mentioned HBCUs. We are extremely pumped. Christina Ward from our staff here at USTA is heading up the HBCU championships later this year in September 23rd. So those HBCU championships are coming to the campus, and we're really excited about that. That'll be a great event. Nice cross-court winner from Porter.
It's great. They're playing a little early today, the weather out there.
Yeah, we saw that sky.
Nice. Yeah. In Orlando, you know, summer times are usually extremely hot, so they got the best time slot of the day.
They sure did. Great serve by Porter. 40-love already. We have been fighting some weather. This is usually the Florida summers. You always get that afternoon thunderstorms. There is some forecast for rain, as there is every single day in the summer. So yeah, this is a perfect time for this match.
Absolutely.
Looks like that was called in. Nice ace from Porter down the tee. Curls out of reach from Hayes, and now we got it tied up 1-all. So this bracket started on Saturday. You alluded to what they've done in the past in their careers.
Yeah, you know, Asia's favorite part about her game is the forehand and serve. So let's see. It looks like she's very comfortable when she's taking control. Yeah, absolutely.
Always feels good to have a nice little kick out serve wide into the corner if your opponent can't reach it. Nice little easy point for Hayes. Oh, great ball down the line. Looks like that caught the line. 15-all. It's funny to see Porter hit that forehand. She says her favorite part of her game, the best part of her game, is her backhand.
Yeah, it's funny. They both prefer the hard court surface, so I'm sure they are feeling right at home out there. Like you mentioned earlier, Brian, we have clay courts, hard courts, and then we have the red clay right from Europe over in the USTA player development side. So it's just very well-rounded facility, and I know the girls are enjoying themselves right now.
15-30. Sails out, so 30-all. As Hayes tries to hold serve here. It's kind of great to see the action of this court because it's very close to the entrance to the Welcome Center, and you can see a lot of players coming in or heading out to their different courts. There's a tournament administration desk on the way. It's kind of see it up there in the left-hand corner of your screen where a lot of players can hang out with those umbrellas. There's a cafe over there, and that's where the desk is for players to check in. So kind of see so much activity on the courts and behind the courts of all the different players coming in for their respective divisions.
Yeah, and that's great, Brian. Also, with all of the other tournament events going on, the summer camps are still underway. So
that has been fun to see.
Yeah, that is just a great vibe that's going on right here at the campus. So many activities, and those summer camps run for about 8 weeks between June to August, right before the kids go back to school, so they may be in the last 1 or 2 weeks of summer camp before they head back.
There was that backhand there by Porter. Sends a cross-court winner. Takes that game 2-1 and breaks Hayes' serve. Yeah, it was funny. I'm thinking it's end of July. There's still a few weeks left of summertime, and then I find out that it's nearby. There's a school that starts August 10th.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, those camps must be done pretty soon.
They must be getting to wrap up. Yeah, and it's just we have a couple of colleges schools right in our area from Lake Nona High School. We have Eagle Creek Elementary. So there's a lot of kids coming from those schools to our summer programs. So really building up this tennis community here in Lake Nona, which is just great for the national campus to see locals coming out to play. Given that it's a public facility, we enjoy seeing everyone out here playing on a daily basis.
So as we get settled in for this match, just to remind them, the men's open division will follow here at the USTAnationalcampus.com live stream. It'll be a separate broadcast, so as soon as this is done, make sure you stay tuned wherever you're watching today. And stay tuned for the men's open division finals. So Hayes got here through the number 1 seed. She beat in the first round Jennifer Myers. It was all straight sets. All matches so far in the open singles division have been straight sets. And Hayes got here with a 6-4, 6-3 win in the first round and a 6-3, 6-4 win in the semis. Porter got here with a 2-2 win and a 3-3 victory. So somewhat close sets, but we'll see what they have to offer here. And you can see the players in the background playing ping pong. There's some cornhole boards set up. As the day goes along, there's going to be a smoker out there. Oh, man, I was smelling that already when I pulled in.
Makes you want some lunch food for breakfast, right?
No, you know it. Porter here to serve, 2-1. I think Porter's doing pretty well. It seems she's moving Hayes a lot on that baseline.
Yeah, it's just great movement going on. And, Isabel was born actually in Alaska. And like we mentioned, her current hometown is Jupiter, Florida. And she went all the way up to Massachusetts for college. So
she's trying to hit up all the states.
She has, I know. She has been all over,
amazing.
All time zones and coast. So I mean that is just awesome, that being able to experience so many different places. And she started playing when she was 10 years old. So I can think back, I started playing when I was 6. So 10 years old was about the time when you start playing tournaments. And so I know she's probably been out there traveling for a while with tennis.
She had that unreturnable serve there to get to 30 love. But yeah, that's a journey. Go from Fairbanks down to Jupiter. I mean, you're talking about the opposite ends of the country.
Oh yeah, she may feel just at home in Boston or Massachusetts with the cold, I'm sure.
Looked like that just sailed out. So good get by Hayes. And Porter looked a little miffed by the fact that she couldn't get that in, but great ball by Hayes, and I believe it's 30-15 now. As that ball was called out. You ever been to Alaska?
No, I haven't. Okay, only Massachusetts, but not Alaska. Alaska's definitely on my list of places. I heard it's absolutely beautiful. What about you?
I have, but not Fairbanks. I haven't been up that far.
Yeah.
That's quite a ways.
It's a little bit about Asia. Her favorite tennis player is Serena Williams, so I know it must excite her to see Serena back on tour following her child, and having Serena to look up to.
She sails that one long, 40-15 for Porter.
Yep.
And now that all the big and here's a replay of that last point. Great job by our USTA video services crew to get all this set up, the camera work, the equipment, and having the replays here for you today, here this morning from the national campus in Orlando. 40-15. crossed out. Second serve coming up for Hayes. And that backhand sails long, so Porter picks up another game. Saves, breaks Hayes, and then holds to make it 3-1.
You know, Hayes, she also plays, or runs rather, track and field. So in addition to tennis, it looks like she's getting that additional training on track and field. You know, you may not have to do a separate conditioning if you're training for track and field also.
So true. First serve's called out. Nice cross-court winner from Hayes, 15 love. We've had a few Californians make some finals of events here on campus. With the boys 12, here's a replay of, you got to see the tail end of that winner from Hayes, but we've had a lot of Californians head on over to Florida for some of these events we've had here this summer. Hayes is one of them. His first serve there. Looks like she tries to sails that one a little long. It's 15 all.
Little bit about Isabel. While she was in high school, she was a 4-year letter winner and captain of her junior and senior year. And she was also named the team MVP all 4 years. So, you know, she's really been in that grind for a while. And she was ranked as a 3-star player on tennisrecruiting.net, which I'm sure propelled her into being able to play at Stonehill College.
Yeah, and that she wasn't able to do anything with that last serve, though. Great ace by Hayes. Down the tee. Get a little fist bump there. But yeah, Porter played, I believe it was at Dwyer High School down the road.
Yep.
As you said, in Jupiter. They've turned out a lot of athletes over the years in multiple sports. Hayes follows up the ace with a double. So 30 all. It's kind of funny when we talk about you know, these players helped us and gave some bio information on them and their vacation spots. Well, Hayes from California, she says her favorite vacation spot is Fort Lauderdale. And Porter's pretty much from down that area, Jupiter, Fort Lauderdale, South Florida area. It is a nice spot, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely gorgeous. Hopefully Hayes will get a little time after this is over to go be at her favorite vacation spot.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice ball by Porter. That sets up the winner. She's really loving that cross-court forehand winner so far through this match. That's given her another break point, 30-40. And you can see this replay here. Watch this ball down deep in the corner on the Hayes' backhand. Sets up that winner. So another break of serve, and it's 4-1 already for Isabel Porter, the native of Florida. So on the changeover, we are happy that this is the national championships for the ATAs here, and I know there's a lot of history behind this. You've already explained a little bit of that, Jordan, and there's just so much involved with this event. It's just been such an honor to be a part of it and see it come here after all these 101 years to watch this. Absolutely,
and you know, the U.S. Lawn Tennis Association's color line was finally broken in 1950. And that was when Althea Gibson became the first African American to compete in the U.S. National Championship at Forest Hills. And then between 1956 and 1958, Althea Gibson was a world's dominant woman player. She won the U.S. Nationals in both 1957 and 1958. So for these young ladies to have such a great role model like Althea Gibson to look up to and feel inspired when they're out there playing is fantastic.
And it's a lot of players. There's so much history, and not just the history behind it, but the players. Yeah, you said it, Althea Gibson have come up through here. Arthur Ashe. I mean, there's so many of them. Our our president, Katrina Adams.
Yep.
And I mean, it's just, she'll be here later this week, the USTA president. And with one awesome thing about the ATA is what's happening for it, not just in the past, but in the future. And we'll explain a little bit more in detail, but they are moving their headquarters down to Miramar and building a massive tennis facility at Miramar Regional Park. It was really kind of cool to see that the national headquarters is going to be located there. They're going to have lots of hard courts and clay courts and a championship court. It'll be very cool to see and pumped that the city of Miramar is really embraced the headquarters moving down there and providing so many opportunities for the South Florida area. So 4-1.
Absolutely.
Porter serving. Try a second serve here as we get this game underway. Great, guys. Great angle camera work by our video crew. See what we're looking at out there. Just clips the tape and falls in front of her.
Yeah, Brian, you mentioned about the ATA's moving down to Miramar, Florida, and they've obviously signed a long-term lease with that city to have that facility down there. And, you know, that's right down the street, like we talked about, just about 2 hours south of where we are now. And it's just great to have that event here in Florida where you could play year-round and just encourage the development of players locally. So that is great.
Yeah, and the ATA works with approximately 200 clubs across the country, so this is a very huge organization that does so much for the sport of tennis. A great, another winner there by Porter. If we were tracking winners, man, she'd have a ton of them so far. It's 15 all. And here's the replay on this. You can watch this. There's that backhand just perfectly placed. See the kids' courts behind court 2 there. That's where a lot of the summer camps take place, the smaller courts here at the campus. Free for all families and any players really who are just trying tennis for the first time. Big part of the campus and the Net Generation program initiative that the USTA has introduced. And we've had so many kids and little tykes out there learning the game. It's been so cool.
Yeah, that's great, Brian. The Net Generation is a new youth brand of the USTA, encouraging local play from kids as young as 5 up to age 18. So the Net Generation program is absolutely fantastic to get kids involved in the sport and have a one-stop shop where they can access tennis and resources for coach, parents, and players. We encourage everyone to get involved with Net Generation and go on netgeneration.com to learn more about the offerings of getting your kids involved in tennis and seeing all the opportunities out there for play.
Second serve coming up, and guaranteed some of the kids that are participating over on those kids' courts, NetGen will soon be here.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll be broadcasting them in a few years as well.
Absolutely. They have these wonderful athletes to look up to and to see during these events that we have on campus. And like I said, it's just great to have everything going on here at the national campus.
Great point there by Hayes. Take advantage of that second serve. Send it out wide. Porter goes off the court and tries to get back in it, and Hayes just goes right back down in the corner as Porter was off balance, couldn't get to that. So great point there from Hayes. Break point, 15-40. Can't take advantage of that one, so 30-40. One more break point. Hayes will get a look at a second serve. Great ball by Porter. Gets back in. Now it's deuce.
Great movement by both of the players and fantastic placement by Isabel.
He's getting a lot of looks at second serves. Porter needs to find that first serve. She's doing a good job of putting that second serve. Got some spin on it. Oh, Hayes cannot get that ball back, so add advantage to Porter.
You know, another thing about playing in the Florida climate, not only weather but winds. You know, it looks like it might be a little bit windy here at campus today. Nothing too crazy, but that's what comes with playing in Florida, year-round play. But the players look like they're handling it just fine.
Another solid forehand from Porter, and she wins the last few points of that. Down 15-40. Comes back to take the game already at 5-1. As you can watch this point from Porter, and Hayes is unable to get a racket on it to get enough of a racket on it to get it back. So 5-1 Porter.
Great opportunity for Porter to hold that game to try to break Hayes for the first set.
Nice ball. Nice serve down the line, right on the tape. Porter gave it a look, but realized there's nothing she could do, and that landed right on the line for an ace from Hayes. So to catch the tail end of that.
That is Hayes. One of her favorite parts of her game is her serve, and we are definitely seeing her put that to work today.
That was a good serve too, but Porter just fired it right back and got the point there, 15-all.
Second serve coming up for Hayes.
Hayes heads up 30-15 here. She tries to stay in this set. This is the finals of the Women's Open Division of the ATA National Championships here in Orlando. I think the good thing for these players all around is that you've seen the cloud cover. That's kind of protecting the temperature a little bit. So great conditions here this morning. 30-15.
That was a tough serve, but even tougher return by Porter. She really steps into that forehand and was able to angle that shot for out of reach for Hayes. Great return.
Porter's really painting the corners, moving her around still throughout this entire set. She has one more point to the set. If she keeps doing this, Hayes got to make an adjustment. Maybe try and make Porter move around a little bit. She's doing a great job, Isabella's. Set point. That point, just like that, exactly. Just moved Porter around, got her in the corner, had her come around, wasn't able to get that back, so that was a great, perfect point by Hayes. You can watch her here hit this ball deep into the, or on the singles line there, and then hits a cross court that Porter just couldn't get back.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. What made that tough is that she had a good angle, a short angle, so it didn't allow Porter to get to the ball as quickly as she might have wanted to. So great shot, great angle on that point.
Beautiful serve. Hayes saves the set point. Now she's got a game point.
Hayes is very comfortable, it seems, with those down the tee serves. Really sets her up for that next ball following the serve.
Another way, moving her to the left is Hayes and takes the game. So nice comeback there to save the set point.
Tough slice. When you look at the way she steps up and takes that angle and slices the ball off of the court. Just fantastic the way she stays low. Is able to secure that.
Very good point.
Game.
So it looked like trying to take advantage of that of the short backhand from Porter. So 5-2.
Brian, you mentioned college events that are going on here at campus, and it's just fantastic that this campus is able to be home of the University of Central Florida men and women's varsity tennis programs. And over in collegiate side of the courts here on campus, we kind of have 3 different areas: player development, the public area, and then the collegiate center. As you can see, this span in the 12 courts over there in the collegiate area. There it is, folks. So 2 dual matches can be played simultaneously. The venue, we host a variety of other college tennis events and championships throughout the year, and it's just great. The National Campus is looking forward to hosting the NCAA's Division I Men's and Women's National Tennis Championships in 2019 and 2021, and as well as the Division III in 2022.
Yeah, and you saw the pictures there, as Jordan just pointed out, and you saw the kids' courts that we have there, the Nemours Family Zone. As USTA National Campus partners with Nemours Children's Hospital, which is pretty much right across the street. Fantastic partners to have here at the campus. It's just such an honor, and we referenced the HBCU championships coming here later this September, and I know there's a huge football game, the Classic at the Citrus Bowl here in Orlando, and bringing that to the campus. The FAMU, Florida A&M, and Bethune-Cookman are going to be playing here, men and women, on April 4th next year. That's going to be such an honor to have that match here. It's just going to be an extremely awesome occasion to bring a rivalry like that here to the campus. So we can't wait to have those 2 teams here. Porter serving 5-2.
Great point. You know, it's Porter is very strong when she is able to move in and step in on the ball. As we can see, she really closes in on that forehand and sets herself up perfectly for that volley to close out the point. Great movement inward and way to close out that point by Porter. Looks like that just caught the line.
Yeah, I guess so. A couple of lines on that point.
Yeah.
30 love. 2 points away from the first set of the Open Finals.
Well, tough slice by Asia. That backhand slice, she's seeming very comfortable with hitting that angle. That's a tough ball to get back, especially as soon as it breaks and drops. That's a tough shot by Hayes, and it's good to see her use that to switch up the point.
That first serve in, and we are 1 point away from first set point number 2 for Isabel Porter. She wanted that one.
Oh yeah, she set that up perfectly. Just tough closing on that forehand down the line. You could see Hayes put a little pressure on that second serve. She really steps in to the court, putting some pressure on Porter on that second serve.
40-30, set point number 3. She'll get another look at a second serve. And that will do it for the first set. Isabel Porter takes the first set 6-2 against Asia Hayes here at the Women's Open ATA National Championships at the National Campus in Orlando.
What a great first set that was, and it was great to see Porter able to hold on. Hayes was getting comfortable, starting to move her around, so great hold and great first set for Porter.
You can see a lot of the action around the campus. You've been watching this match. A lot more bodies are showing up. Players are coming over to the campus as we get going, and when we say that there was so many divisions, we mean there's a lot of divisions. What did we say, about 500 players or so? And as we take a look around the courts, this is court 5. As we're watching a match over there, there's anywhere from boys 10 singles to the girls 16s, men's 70s, mixed doubles, women's 65 doubles, you name it. There are so many divisions, and as we watch this match, you can see on the right-hand side there's that tournament desk and the umbrellas, and a lot of people can hang up there and hang out. This is really the headquarters in a lot of ways of the campus, where there's all sorts of tournaments, and really seems there's an event like every weekend here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the matches that go on here, the tournaments, the events, like Brian said, I mean, we have everything from junior national championships to collegiate events, and we have hosted thousands of people here last year, and it's just a great testament by our facilities team and even our general manager, Tim Cass, to really be able to promote the campus through events, through programming, to always keep this campus active. And it's just great to see people from all over the U.S. come here to play. So that this is definitely the hub of what we like to call American tennis. So just a great thing to be able to see all the players out here, and like Brian said, it's filling up as the day goes on. We're going to see more and more people coming out.
And you're going to head out there after this match to help present the winner with the trophy and the first place, and so you're going to get to see a lot of it. I can't wait to get out myself to check out the rest of the divisions. And like we said, we have the men's open singles final coming up after this. So second serve, Asia Hayes, ready to serve. Nice point from Porter to get the first point of the second set. Here's the replay here. As you got Asia comes in, and Porter had the rest of the court to open up with.
That was a great hustle by Asia. Just a tough shot by Porter to close out that point on that winner. Great first serve.
Another cross-court winner from Porter. 30, love 30.
That's tough. Porter's feeling very comfortable. Yeah, very much so, painting those corners and feeling very comfortable on that forehand side, hitting those winners.
Sort of have to give a shout out to Shelly, who's up in the top right of our screen. She's really a big brainchild and one of the directors of this event. Props to her and her team and everybody around it for making this already such a successful event. About a week to go, so not even close to being finished, but Shelly's done so much work from the USTA to get this event up and running here. Love 40. It's not the way Hayes wanted to start out. You can see her there watching the action. She deserves so much of this credit. And such a great person. I just absolutely love being around her here in Orlando. Just great addition to the USTA staff, and so thanks so much to her.
Shelly's great. She's done a lot of work here in Florida before working here at the national campus. She was with the USTA Florida section. And there is Tim Cass, our general manager, who I just spoke about, who does absolutely fantastic things for this facility, for the national campus, and he's always looking for innovative ways to bring tennis to the campus. So, it really is such an environment where there's collaboration and teamwork by the staff to make a place like this very special for everybody who comes on it. So it's just great to see everyone out there supporting this event. And
yeah, it's kind of like when you think about it, we come here every day, and it's grown into where it feels like this is now taking the theme of a theme park.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of weird to think like that, but it's true. I mean, we're in Orlando. There's theme parks everywhere, and this has become a destination. There's tours. I mean, especially during this week, there's a lot of tours, and people come here just to see the facility, and knowing that there's players like Madison Keys who trains here and plays. Francis Tiafoe calls this place. So many more players are calling this place home. That it's invigorating to come here, and it's open to the public. There's no membership. Anybody can come and play and book a court. But Tim Cass is we hear it all the time. He's been the brainchild in a lot of ways of making events here all the time, and it's rare when there's not an event here. It's kind of crazy, but him and the events team staff led by Alyssa Hill have done a great job. Nick Snow is on the court right now helping out, and all the video services staff to bring this thing. A year and a half ago, it'd be kind of crazy to sit here and think we're doing live streams of these events. It's really taken off in a great way.
Absolutely, it's taken off. And like you mentioned, I mean, being down here in Orlando, where it's already a family hotspot and vacations are already here, just makes it an easy place for people to come and get involved in a lot of things. Stay for a week, come play some tennis, go to the parks.
Where do you go? What park do you go to?
I would say Disney. I'm a Disney person. I like Epcot. What about you? Do you get to any of the parks much?
I do.
Okay.
My wife is with Disney,
Okay.
so we have a little bit of that with us. But she loves Harry Potter, and we know that that Isabel's favorite movie is Harry Potter. So I would say that Isabel's probably more prone on the Universal, which is obviously huge in the Harry Potter experiences.
Yeah, if you haven't been, if you're a Harry Potter fan, it is absolutely incredible. The Universal Studios Harry Potter really makes you feel like you're immersed. So hopefully Isabel got a chance, or will get a chance, to go to Universal and be able to see that if she hasn't yet, because it is truly spectacular how they've transformed the Harry Potter world at Universal.
So far, Asia Hayes has not won a point in this set. It's already 40 love Porter. 7 straight points, 8 straight going back to the last set. So Asia needs to get on the board here to not have Porter run away with it. But yeah, I bet all these players here can take advantage of the surroundings in this city, and it's just not even just the theme parks, but there's so much else to do in this town. It just lands in. Another one just on the line.
Tough shot. Hayes looking to set that point up, moving Porter around, just couldn't get that last forehand to land in like she wanted, but great movement of the ball and great hustle by Porter to get to those 2 shots and stay in the point. Both of them comment on the ATAs and what they enjoy most about the ATAs, and both talk about the sportsmanship and the sincerity and kindness of the people involved in the event and the other players and the people who put the event on. So it's just great to have that type of common theme, besides the fact of encouraging tennis and all of the strong history and culture behind this event, to just have good people and feel good about being a part of something like this. It's great to see and great to hear.
So Hayes has started off with 30 love, taking the first 2 points, ended that little stretch by Porter of consecutive points won. And you can watch Porter try to come in here and put this away, but sails that forehand long. So that's how Asia Hayes won that point. So 30 love. Tried to go cross court there, but wasn't able to as it hits the net. 30-15. Porter takes that point. So we are on one of the many hard courts, many courts overall here at the national campus. Clouds are breaking up a little bit. 15-30. Excuse me, 30-15. Nice winner from Porter off that serve, 30 love, or 30 all.
You know, it's great. Hayes, let's see this point. Great return by Porter. It's an interesting story. Hayes has been able to play with her sister, Azaria Hayes, who is a rising senior. She graduates in 2019. So that should be fun for them, that they had the opportunity to play together at high school in doubles matches. And I'm not sure if the sister is here right now. She may be, but I'm sure this is great to be able to look up to her older sister play in this event. And
oh, for sure, yeah, to watch your sister play in the finals of an event as prestigious as this. It's got to be a thrill. But Isabel Porter trying to spoil that a little bit, takes that game 3 love. 3-0 in the second set. She's up 6-2, 3-0. 3 games away from taking this title already here at the national campus. So,
Brian, you mentioned something about how, you know, the hard court's one of the many, and a great addition I find is PlaySide. I don't know if you've ever used the PlaySide, but it's a great technology analytics tool that basically allows you to watch yourself play and get the results downloaded on their app. So anybody who uses the facility who is on one of the PlaySite courts, about 26 of the courts feature this PlaySite technology. So that is another great feature of some of the courts here at the national campus.
Have you used it? Have you tested
I
your
have
serve?
tested, yeah, and you know, I just see myself not moving my feet, and you know, I'm overly critical, so I can't watch PlaySite for too long, but it is fun to see, great to use, and you know, I consider myself in retirement now, so.
Well, where did you play before coming to USTA?
Yeah, but before coming to the USTA, I actually I played at Temple University in Philadelphia, played tennis there, graduated a couple years ago. I won't say when, not give my age away. But like I said, I started playing when I was 6 years old, and grew up playing in Atlanta, Georgia. And so it's great being a part of tennis, and it's just something that has been a part of my life for so long. And it's just great to be down here, to be a part of this event right now and see these girls playing.
Love 15 here for Porter. Serving. Throws in a double. So you played in Atlanta growing up, and then you went. What made you decide on Temple? It's a great school.
Yeah, Temple is a great environment. I really wanted somewhere where I'd be the balance of, you know, social life and tennis. I think that Temple was a perfect fit also with my major that I wanted. I majored in sports management, and being in a city was just great.
Yeah.
You know, it's always fun when you're able to do a lot of things that aren't just on campus. So Temple was a great environment. I had a great team, great coach. So, you know, playing college tennis or any level of tennis after you graduate high school is just so special to be able to remain in the sport. And, you know, it's just one of those things like we talked about that you could play for life. Like you mentioned there, the draws with the 75-year-olds. I just pray that I'm still able to keep playing then, because it's just a testament to, you know, you can. It's a type of play where you can continue playing for your whole life, and just, you know, you never really have to give it up.
I played this weekend with 3 gentlemen older than me. One is in his 70s, and he's just as good as me.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not that good, Asia Hayes there with that game about broke at love. So she's right back in it here, trying to serve. Here down 1-3, but that was a great game by Hayes, as we saw, and so now she's serving to try and keep momentum on her side.
Great volley by Hayes. That was a great job closing out the point, stepping in, recognizing the short ball, and great backhand volley cross court. take a look at that again. She stayed nice and low on those forehands to come in and set herself up to close out that point.
Perfect. Once you win a few points, win that game, you feel that momentum coming, and you could see it in that point there. Another backhand, or another winner by Porter, though. Just comes out of nowhere sometimes from her, and if you're Hayes, you can't do anything about it, but 15 all.
Yeah, it's just a tough shot sometimes. When you get that slice, if it's not hit too low, then it allows Isabel to step up and hit that shot down the line for a winner.
It looked like Porter called that a little wide. I think it was,
yeah.
So 15-30. And we're located in the southeast corner. You're talking about Philadelphia and the big city area. We're in the southeast part of Orlando, and you're in Lake Nona for this finals match. Hayes had good recognition there in the middle of that point to pick up on where Porter was going to hit that, but obviously as we watch this again.
Yeah, that was great. You see how she steps in.
Goes down to the right to play it on the forehand. And
great defense by Asia, but just too tough for Isabel to close that point out. It was great focus and mental toughness.
That was 15-40, sends that long, so Porter ends the momentum by Hayes, and it's 4-1, 2 games away from the ATA Women's Open Singles Championship. So Hayes has got to find a rhythm again, try and get back in this, or Porter's going to take it. So the one thing, last year's, we were talking about college, and you played at Temple, and the last year's Women's Open champion of the ATAs was Rashida McAdoo, who's currently playing ITF Pro Circuit event. She played at Georgia Tech. She reached the doubles final this year of a 25K event down in Naples. So we've mentioned some of the past players who've played in this event. Well, McAdoo won this one last year, and she's gone on to some great things. So we're going over on court 10, a little bit down the way, or behind court 2 in a lot of ways. Court 2 is to the top right of your screen, and just kids having fun, and parents here enjoying the action. A little bit of umbrellas are coming out. Boy, you said you started playing at 6, and I started playing tennis. I got late.
Okay.
I was late, so I was not playing tennis at that age. You see those kids, those look pretty young.
When did you start playing?
Oh boy, competitively, it wasn't until maybe I was 11 or 12.
Okay.
I got cut from the baseball team, and it's probably the best decision. I was mad at the time, but I look back on it thinking, I'm so glad I got cut.
Oh yeah.
And I went and played tennis because my friends played, and first year I got on varsity, and I was like, maybe this is something I can do. So I did not, was not as fortunate to play college, but I got involved in college tennis in my freshman year and at Michigan State, and it was fun. It was great, and it's taken me here, and it's been fun. So that's why having all these college matches come here and junior matches and an event like this to watch all levels of play. It's just been so beneficial for everybody around. And if you're young, to kind of to play on court 10, then come on over and watch a match like on court 2 and think, wow, maybe I can raise my game a little bit and play as good as they can, or play in the finals of an open division like this. So 4-1 Porter.
Yeah, Brian, you mentioned getting cut from the baseball team, and that putting you in the position to get exposed to tennis. And I work with the schools department, and let's look at this replay. Great backhand by Porter, another great winner. But my work in the schools department, one of our initiatives with the high school programs and school programs is the no cut, to allow the kids to get involved.
Such a great initiative.
Yeah, and not get cut, have the ability to play and get exposed to the sport without having to worry about if they feel like their skill level is ready, or it gets the kids in the sport and keeps them in there, because like you said, if you get cut, the likeliness of you returning to that sport is very low. So
you're exactly right. And I know that back in our high school, we wish we would have had more initial, like that generation, some more things in our face to really open our minds and brains up to the sport, because it was such a team building. We still talk about once you get involved in the sport, I mean, you just have stories to tell and big, great memories. And for these two players who are watching here, I mean, they're going to remember this forever, to be able to play in the finals of the ATA National Championships. And there's just so many memories and events and opportunities like this for players at all levels. And we can see Porter trying to take advantage of her opportunity here. And she's up 40-15. Yeah, when was the first time you realized that you were good enough to play competitively? What age?
Probably around 10 when I started getting involved in tournaments, because it's funny, you say baseball, I was playing softball also when I was doing tennis. So it was right around 10 I had to choose between tennis and softball because the strokes were too similar. So yeah. So let's take a look at this. Hayes is looking to serve to stay in the match. She is serving down 1-5 right now. Let's see what she's able to do to keep herself in this match.
Great first point there from Hayes, who beat that top seed earlier this weekend. Play started on Saturday. She beat the top seed 6-3, 6-4. 15 love.
Oh, that looked like it was just back by Porter. So
I was getting used to Porter hitting the corners. I expected that to land in. So Hayes now up 30 love.
Great job by Hayes to stay in the point, and great movement and great mental focus there on that point. First serve just wide. Second serve for Hayes. Tough return. Porter just misses that. It's a great opportunity, though, for her to step in. It looks like that might have just been, she overhit that forehand just a little bit. Great job by Hayes to go up 40 love to stay in this match. And let's see if she can close this game out. Second serve now for Hayes.
Holds it love. Great game from Asia Hayes. Just like the first set, fell behind 5-1, but climbs back, so we'll change it over. And Porter will try to serve it out at 5-2, but very good looking game from Asia Hayes there.
Yeah, I mean, she really focused with setting up the point with her serve, making sure she put that in great placement to really set her up for that second shot. She had great movement with the ball, so great game for Asia, and puts a little bit more pressure on Porter to close this set out on her serve. But her serve is one of her favorite strokes, her strong suit, along with her backhand. So I'm sure she'll be ready to get out there and serve for the set and for the match.
Hayes, this is from San Pablo, California. You're heading out that way, the Bay Area, pretty soon.
Yeah.
What's going on out in that direction? There's obviously a pretty big tournament heading out there.
Yeah, the part of the U.S. Open Series events. This is the second stop. Atlanta was this past week, and San Jose is hosting the women's event for the U.S. Open Series. And they just moved that event from Stanford University to San Jose State. So that's a great event that is beginning next, or actually started this week, and we have a high school and tennis on campus day. And here we are back with Porter serving for the match.
5'5", Jupiter resident. First serve is perfect serve, and the return just clips the tape and falls on Hayes' side. So first point to Porter.
Great first serve. Porter recognizes when she's able to position that serve out wide, it seems to cause a little difficulty for Asia. So great recognition by Porter in that serve placement. Second serve for Porter coming up.
Wonder if there's a time right now that Porter might be feeling that she's 3 points away from going down in the record books as an ATA champion.
Yeah, you know.
And with doubles there.
Wow. Yeah, it's tough. She just has to remember to remain focused. And here we are, 15-all. Porter serving.
Call just out. 15-30. Puts that one away.
Just such a tough forehand when she steps in and closes that point out. Tough first serve by Porter, which allows her to get that short return from Hayes and able to step in and close that point out for a forehand winner.
2 points away. Now 1 point. 40-30. Porter serving for the ATA Women's Open Finals. And that will do it. It was called in, and the ace gives Porter the championship. Isabel Porter takes 6-2, 6-2. She is the ATA Women's Open National Champion. Congratulations to the Jupiter, Florida resident and Alaska-born product. That's got to be a thrill for her to win this event in the Open Division. 2-2 here at the USTA National Campus. Jordan Beatty from our team, who is making her way down to the court to talk to our winner, Isabel Porter. Our live streaming coverage of the American Tennis Association National Championships is only just beginning. We'll have that presentation here in a little bit, and we'll also have the Men's Open Division Finals coming up approximately around 11 a.m. Eastern Time from the USTA National Campus. So make sure you head to USTANationalCampus.com and click on that specific link to watch that Men's Open Final. Also, for those of you on social media, keep following along at USTA for all coverage for the ATA National Championships, not only today, but throughout the week. Then on Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll bring you the live streaming coverage of the boys and girls 18-year-old divisions. So don't forget, all of our live coverage is available to watch on demand on the USTA YouTube channel. We appreciate you tuning in, so help spread the word about our live streaming and on-demand coverage of the ATA Nationals. So saw the replay there of that ace. Looked like it hit just on the line, and Porter was even kind of looking to make sure that was in, and the ace does it. Championship point, her first championship point. She corrals it in. So, Jordan, you can see them bringing out the table to present the championship trophy for Isabel Porter, who, like we mentioned before, just finished her freshman year at Division II Stonehill College. Porter, she was the captain at Dwyer and then went on to have a 16-5 singles record as a freshman at Stonehill up in Massachusetts. So her parents, Brandon and Vicky, got to be really proud of what she's accomplished in her career. She's a biology and English major up there at Stonehill. So once again, we'll send it down to Jordan Beatty, who will present the trophy here in a little bit.
Not yet.
But so as they get things ready to go,
I want Jordan to go. I'm talking to Brian.
just want to make sure that
We want the winner right now.
keep following along on our live stream, as we'll have the Men's Open Finals coming up for you on an exceptional and exciting week of tennis here at the USTA National Campus in Florida, as we have so many divisions going on across the campus. So this was just one of the many divisions, and you can see on court 3 over there on the left another division going on.
Congratulations. I am here
And we're
with our
about ready to send it down to Jordan
ATA
Beatty,
National
so pretty soon
Championship
we'll send it down.
winner, Isabel Porter. How does it feel?
It feels really good. Kind of at a loss for words, but I'm getting there.
That's great. I mean, you played fantastic. What do you think you did well in today's match?
I think I just stayed calm. There were a couple moments there where I kind of lost focus, but she's a really good player and she has a lot of shot variety, so I think I just tried to keep her deep, and I think that strategy really worked, and I was able to put up a lot of balls away.
Yeah, definitely. That was great. And your forehand, I mean, you were moving really well on the court. How did the weather? Was it okay for you?
It's actually cooler than it has been the last couple of days, so it's been great.
Awesome. Well, great. What's next for you after this?
I'm going back to school and then back to college tennis, and I'm really excited for it.
Well, good luck this season and great job today. Thank you.
And the trophy ceremony is going to come right up. So make sure to honor the 2 players for getting this far and having a great weekend here at the National Campus. And again, make sure you're following social media at USTA is where you can find everything. Willie Emerson on the court. So we'll send it down for the trophy ceremony right now.
And now with our trophy presentation, we have Willie Emerson here to present the trophies.
Hey, hey, congratulations. Thank you for participating with us. We hope you had a good time, and we hope you come back and visit us again.
Thank you.
Okay.
And for our runner-up, we have Asia Hayes. Congratulations. All right, great tournament. And for our winner, Isabel Porter, Willie Emerson to present the winner trophy.
Okay. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Say thank you for playing with us. We hope you enjoyed yourself, and we hope to see you again in the future.
Thank you.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our finalists, winner Isabel Porter and runner-up Asia Hayes. Great, back to you, Brian. Thank you. Good job, girls. Good job.
Brian, just take it and sign us off.
And that will do it from the ATA National Championships Women's Open Finals. For Jordan Beatty, I'm Brian Ormiston. Thanks for watching. Join us at 11 a.m. Eastern Time for the Men's Open Division Final. More live streaming is just ahead from the American Tennis Association National Championships.
Okay, I'll text every number.
Yes.
Okay,
Let me know.
I'll go ask them now.
Yeah, thank you.